Hello there YouTube, this is Elita Legionarii here, bringing you a 3 vs 3 for Empire Total War. This is one of the rare battles that I'm able to upload for Empire Total War, so I was very pleased to get it up. Obviously it's me, I'm playing as Prussia, who is Friedrich Smith, who is great. Level 2 play, he's playing as France, becomes very useful as an ally in this fight. And the host out in the far right, Austria, is the Feudal Lord, which of course, is another medieval 2 player who's featured on my channel many times. Our opponents, now I don't actually remember the name of the British or the United States player, so obviously this is Britain and the United States, but I can't remember their names. We'll show it later. And there was this chap over here in Sweden, his name was GhostofPestilence. He turned out to be a really nice guy and added him to Steam, and I think he's watching the channel now, so if you see this, Ghost, awesome game, and thanks for subscribing and watching. But yeah, I'll get into the action here. So my army consists of, I have up front, I have 4 Jaegers, I think they're all max 4 skirmishers and 2 max 2 artillery, but no fixed artillery, I think that's how it went. And so 4 Prussian Jaegers. I had 3 superior line infantry and 3 standard line infantry. I have a 6-pounder horse artillery. I have a second Hussars unit, which is from one of the DLCs. It's an absolutely awesome unit. Let's get a good look at these guys. Just look at them. Look at these badasses. Awesome. I have a Ulan, which is just a lancer, which is always really helpful to have. Of course, there's a general. And here's this other awesome cav unit, the Death's Head Hussars. So, little skull on the head there, looks pretty cool. Then I have 3 units of light dragoons. Light dragoons are always extremely useful. I might just go down to a slower pace here actually. Let's see, Friedrich Smith's army. Up front he's got 4 units of tirailleurs, which is the French light skirmisher unit. And he's got, that's my unit, sorry. Then he's got a unit of militia here. He's got, let's see, Swiss Guard. This is the best guard unit in the game, and it looks bloody epic. I reckon it's the best guard unit in the game. The only unit that I think competes is the Semenovsky Foot Guard for Russia, but I think the Swiss Guard's just a bit better than that. At least statistically it is. So he's got, let's see, I think he only had max 4 of those. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. So he's got 4 Swiss Guard, and then he's got, let's see, 2 line infantry. Then he's got a unit, a 24-pound guard artillery. I think that's what they said. 24-pound, yep, guard artillery. Then he's got a garde de corps, which is a French heavy cav unit. General, second garde de corps, and a second 24-pound foot artillery. He comes in very helpful to me in this fight. And of course, the Feudal Lord. His army consists of, let's see, he's got a unit of Windbush-Jaegers over here. This is an awesome unit. The smokeless powder can hide practically anywhere kind of unit, and you can never really tell if it's popping you off. Got to protect it though because it's weak to cavalry charge. He's got, let's see, he's got 2 24-pound foot artillery there, and then the rest of his skirmishers are Grenzers, which is a good choice because Grenzers are use like a double shot weapon, so they can fire twice before reloading. Not quite as long range, but definitely worth it for that extra shot. A lot of power. Then on each flank he's got a unit of Hungarian Grenadiers, which is another DLC unit. It's a very good Grenadier unit. It's a cool one. And then his line infantry is just, let's see, his line. Yeah, he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of line infantry. His general, and then, so he's got 3 Hungarian Hussars and a Carbineer. I've said that right. Right, now let's check out the British player. I might just go to normal speed. You guys are probably getting bored with it. So artillery battles have begun around the pack. As you can see, the General's bodyguard's actually already taken a bit of a beating. If I remember, actually, this guy lagged out, so this is a CPU. Great Britain's a CPU, if I remember. Now they'll just recall it. So up front, this being CPU, so it's not going to be great. It's got 3 light dragoons. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it's 6. 6 line infantry. Got militia there. And then he had a green jacket up there, and then he had 3 more light dragoons on the other flank. I think that's how it went. Now this United States player, he did a really well job. He really supported in it. He has a regimental horse on each far flank. Then he has 2 light dragoons in the back. He has some long riflemen. Militia infantry here. He's got some 24-pound artillery, line infantry, line infantry, 5 line infantry. So yeah, that's his army. And then my very skilled opponent, he had, let's see, 1, 2, I think he had 3, I think it was 3 riflemen, which is 125 range skirmisher. Then his line infantry is 1, let's see, 5 units of standard line infantry, 6 units of standard line infantry, another rifleman, 1 superior line, 3 superior line, then he's got 3 light dragoons on the flank. Was it 3 or 4? I thought he had 4 for some reason. I don't know, maybe one's hidden from me, or maybe I just imagined it. So anyway, I'm going to try and face him. And basically I think what we're going to try and do is sort of hold these two to hold their line, and I was going to try and destroy the Swedish player and then kind of wrap them up. But I'm not great at Empire Total War by any stretch of the word, but it's a great game. Actually, looks like it might be 4. Oh no, 3 superior line, just 4 the normal line. Superior line's excellent. I've got it as well with my Prussia. My favourite 3 factions are actually in this game. Britain, Prussia and Sweden are my favourites. France is also very good. They're all really cool, but they're my favourites. It's got nothing to do with the fact they're all Protestant either. I just think their units are the coolest. So I'm just doing a bit of artillery work here. If I remember correctly, no, it wasn't that the British player started. No, it wasn't that he dropped. He started calling everybody noobs and swearing at us because we brought artillery and all this. But you know, artillery was a big part of warfare in this time period. So he started calling us noobs and insulting us and stuff. So then he left. So that's why Britain is under an AI. So anyway, I'm just shaping up here. Friedrich's going to kind of guard my flank there, and I've got an artillery piece to support. So he has only got 3 cav that I can see. I'm sure he had more, but I must be imagining it. But you've got to be super careful when facing Swedish light cav, because as you can see, he's got 15 more cavalrymen in each of his units there. So I will lose any gunfight with him with my cavs simply because he's got 15 extra men. So I want to try and kind of charge them before they can get any shots off. But it's always a danger I've found when you fight Sweden, is if you don't handle the cav properly, you lose simply because the cav have always got more units. Sweden is such an awesome faction in Empire Total War. So I'm just happy to keep shooting here. If he gets any closer, I'll swap to canister shot. As far as I can tell, he's got more line infantry. I do have like 1 extra skirmisher though. And I got more cavalry, so what I want to try and do is I use as minimal cavalry as possible, which is a bit of a risky move, because if I don't deal with these guys properly, they're going to cream me. As you can see, they've got a lot of upgrades. They've got like 3 and 4 upgrades, so they're going to be really, really tough work, because none of my units have got any upgrades, I don't think. I usually don't bother with upgrades in the Empire Total War. I don't really think it's that important. I occasionally do if I have a little extra money, or I have something very specific in mind, but honestly I don't really think upgrades are that important. So let's just try and catch this side of the fight, because I mean, the AI has moved forward to attack the Feudal Lord, but he's like an easy worker just because the AI is stupid. He told me he didn't have any, like, this was like one of his first battles online for Empire Total War, but he's got quite a lot of hours for this game, just in campaign. From what I understand, I'm pretty sure Friedrich's reasonably similar. So I think in terms of sheer experience, time and experience on this game, I have most of it. So anyway, here my skirmishers get some opening shots onto his guys, and he's going to try and get to my flank here. Now I was very tempted to, what I should have done is I probably could have charged, well, I could get some shots off there, charged them, were forced to square at least, but I didn't. So what I wanted to do here and try and just rush him while he was, like, his men were forming into a line before they could get there. So I wanted to get fortunately for me, I do get my Death's Head Hussar in. So some pretty sweet cavalry starting away, and these are really great cavalry units. That even though there's only 45 of these and 75 of these, I should be able to beat it. Unfortunately, I was a bit slow here, and he got that first shot off. And as you can see, that already took 20 men out of that unit, so it's quite bad. So these guys here, for some reason, Okay, no, they do shoot. So he goes to turn around, and I do get a bunch of his guys there when he turns around. He lost like nearly 30 men there. And I decided to just charge this unit into his back while his back is turned like that. And I was hoping that I might be able to just do enough damage to this unit to crack it, and then with my Death's Head Hussar break through. But because he's got so many men in his cav, it's actually proving to be quite tricky. And because I'm so focused over here, he's actually outflanked me here. What I do here though is I send my Uhlans through. However, I think I might have accidentally either got shot by him or I got hit by my own artillery. But I went to get rid of these long riflemen with them. And I was surprised it didn't just kill them pretty much straight away, because lances are pretty nasty on the charge. One of these line infantry is taken out by the USA player. And I think, from what I can gather, that the Feudal Lord's basically already won his fight, pretty much. So anyway, I'm continually opening up here. Unfortunately for me though, he's got these infantry units coming in over here, and I, of course, because it's just, I am winning this cav fight in the most places, but over here, except for here where I lost it, unfortunately, and because he's got the infantry to spare, he can see them over it. Oh, I got a bit of lag. That's alright. Yeah, so unfortunately the units start to break, which is really annoying. I think I can only conclude, because I thought I did pretty good, really, in the cav work for the most part, but it was because it's Sweden getting those extra numbers in the cav units, and because he had the upgrades, and I'm thinking that's what's happened. Fortunately for me, Friedrich comes along with his guard to corps to help. However, he wants to not do this right now because he gets, charges these guys in the square. So Friedrich's able to, I did enough damage to these guys to weaken them severely, and Friedrich's got enough cav there to keep them busy while I can actually win this fight over here. And what I did deliberately was I reserved my second Hussars, which is probably the coolest looking Hussar unit around, or one of the coolest, and I get them right behind my opponent's line. Friedrich's able to force a square here, which even if it doesn't do much damage, I can still shoot it while he's in square, which vastly reduces his power. Here I got my Uhlans running off as skirmishers, so even though I've lost the cavalry fight, I've severely done quite a severe amount of damage to him. And then Friedrich's able to take up the fight for me. His fight, I'm trying to catch it, with the infantry's not going great, although his Swiss Guard should be able to do a significant amount of damage. To be honest, I wouldn't have brought this many Swiss Guard, although it's the best guard unit in the game. It's expensive as crap, and because it's just completely, 2 line infantry is still going to beat it just because of those sheer numbers. If you get into a melee though, you'd probably do pretty good. As you can see, the United States player though does a very good job of causing Friedrich a lot of trouble, but Friedrich recognises that if I can beat my opponent, that we should be alright, and I'm doing a pretty good job because I'm getting rear charges with my cavalry to the back of his line infantry. I did make a bit of a blunder and I didn't reshift my lines to cover this, which I should have, but unfortunate though. There's a Swiss Guard unit over here come to help me, so Friedrich's kind of almost abandoned his fight to help me, which was really helpful to me. But it's pretty good in this fact because we're fighting an AI here, it would give us a bit of an edge, and the Austrians under Feudal Lord's command are in very good shape, so we're going to get some pretty good help soon. So back to my fight. My line infantry does a very, very good job. All my line and my superior line do a really good job in this fight. This is my cavalry. As you can see, I really disrupt this line up completely, and I decided to just charge in over here. And as you can see, my line infantry easily defeats his line infantry because it's been weakened. And I still got cav rolling around his flanks. And of course, Friedrich's basically what he's doing here is he's just busying up these units here, so they can't really come and help the rest of his army. So as long as Friedrich keeps doing that, I know I can defeat my opponent, because as you can see I've already got 4 units free. He's severely weakened on this flank, so I think had Friedrich not helped me I would have lost this, because I wouldn't have done enough damage to his cav. So here the Swiss Guard get into a fight here, and then of course in the melee these guys are awesome, and man, they just look so awesome. Seriously, I want one of those hats. Something awesome about the way everything looks in this game. As you can see, my second Hussars is still going, absolutely just causing strife everywhere they go, and his riflemen are no match there at all. It's a friggin' awesome unit. I really like this unit. I really just like Prussia full stop. So do I, same with Sweden. I both consider them my second favourite unit factions. So my line infantry gets into battle with, I think maybe is that one of his, or He might just have more 56 to my 66. Okay, strange. Just maybe they've got better melee stats, I'm not too sure. It seems pretty even, slightly in his favour perhaps, but he's a bit out of formation here while I'm nicely forming up, and I'm keeping my general alive as long as possible there. One of my lights here, I'm just having it tussle with this long rifleman so it can't interfere. As you can see, his flank's getting shot up, so I'll start to win that one. He's reforming his infantry to come face this. As you can see, Friedrich Smith's Swiss Guard beating the superior line, as would be expected. Superior line's awesome, but I mean, look how awesome these units look. But the Swiss Guard is, as I said, the best guard unit in the game from what I've managed to read from their stats and how they perform. I believe you need the Heroes of the West DLC to use them. I think so. France is, give France the best guard. So Friedrich just lost his general though, and when you lose your general in this game, and in Napoleon and Shogun, you really make your life much more difficult. So you want to try and keep your general alive. It's not like Rome, the first Rome, or Medieval 2. And Rome 2 is kind of in between. You can lose them and still be okay, but sometimes if you lose them it can cause a disaster. So, Rome 1 and Medieval 2 do much better. So these superior line will fire away with my guys. However, this tussle's still going my way for the most part. It's a bit cluttered up there. So I'm just moving forward to get better angles. I believe the superior line here fires by, I can't remember what they rank fire or whatever it is. They don't all fire at once like the normal line infantry, they just fire in phases. This is what his and mine are doing here. And he seems to be winning at the moment because he got a few initial shots, but I am definitely going to start winning it. I thought about using my general here to get some of these riflemen in the back. If I get a good charge on the side I can do that, but you got to be careful if you decide to do that with your general. But yeah, my superior line and line are starting to actually, it seems they're losing now, but they do start to turn it. As you can see, Friedrich's infantry got destroyed by the United States player who did a very nice job. But there's plenty of feudal lords units left. So anyway, I don't really want to miss my fight though. I do apologise that I don't catch you guys' side of the fight as much as you would have liked. It's unfortunate. It's not that I don't want to catch other guys' side of the fight, but sometimes if you miss your own doing or your own strategy and thinking is at the time. So basically what I wanted to do, because I'd done it in a previous battle, which unfortunately our opponent rage quit when I successfully managed to destroy his cav, in the same fashion I used today. I kind of rushed him while he was reforming them, and because he didn't have so many cav like Sweden, I was able to successfully do it. So when I tried doing it here, that was my thinking, but it didn't really go right. So, but anyway, as you can see, I managed to defeat his infantry there, and of course one of these Swiss guards coming up behind on these dudes, so that's going to come in handy. So I end up having quite a lot of my infantry units still left, which was great. And here go the Swiss Guard going to the melee. And I bet they have absolutely loads of kills. But I admit, those Swedish uniforms are so cool. Sweden is one of the most interesting nations in this time period. Gustavus Adolphus and Charles XII. It's a very, very interesting nation to study during this kind of time period. So as you can see, interesting enough, the Swiss Guard appear to be losing to riflemen, but they're probably tired, and there's 3 of them. But they should rout them, I should think. Yeah, it's just strange when it says stuff like that. But as you can see, yeah, Friedrich did an awesome job with this Swiss Guard. I'm really glad he came and saved me, because I don't think I would have been able to stop Ghost and his Swedish army without him, or at least his cav would have got round behind my lines. Or I had some of my own cav that I secondaried for getting round behind him, so I might have been able to stall him a bit, and it could have been still very close, but I think he probably would have had me without Friedrich's help, to be honest. So anyway, let's move up over here. As you can see, I should be able to catch Feudal Lord's fight against the American player. So this militia are going to get creamed by this line infantry. From what I understand, out of all the factions, I think the line infantry is the weakest for Austria, but it does have quite a lot of, I think it has extra numbers. I think that's how it works. I should click on one of my own line infantry and see what 120, yeah, so my superior line, hold on, yeah, my line infantry is 120, whereas the Feudal Lords is 150, so I don't think they're as good a quality, but there's more of them, so it's kind of cool that way. it's cool, even though every faction has line infantry, every faction's line infantry is different, so it's very, very handy that way. So here, here's some guards. I didn't notice these. Interesting. They did it pretty cool for the United States too. I mean, the United States with their the US Special Force, Special Forces or something. I don't know, not Special Force. I'm probably thinking of something else. There's a lot. They've got a lot of, a lot of unique, cool units and stuff. Although guards, I don't think is one of them. It's kind of amusing when you read about the guards' description, because of course the guard says defend their king or the emperor or whatever it is, and with the United States, of course, there's no such thing. So I'm not really sure why Feudal Lord went to square here. I don't see any enemy cavalry, and you only want to be going to square if you've got enemy cavalry, because he's just diminishing his fire here. So I'm not really sure what that was about. I wouldn't recommend ever doing that unless you're going up against enemy cav, which is there's no enemy cav near him right now, so I don't really know what he was doing here. Maybe he accidentally pressed it. I don't know. It does seem a bit strange. So I'm bringing my guys over. I am running them. They'll be pretty exhausted, but I figure if I muck around too long, this player might do a bit of damage to Friedrich. Although Feudal, he's still got a lot of numbers left though. Units like this long rifleman though, you need to be moving them back, because they've got the range. He should be using that to his advantage. So here the guards coming in. Man, they look awesome. Guard units always do look awesome. So here's another melee. It's always good. I plug the bayonets and get the charge going. But about those long riflemen look really cool as well. Very, very cool. Even if there was like the blood pack type thing. So some nice battle that's going on. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I do really regret that I cannot do more in the way of Empire Total War, simply because the game doesn't like to connect to Empire Total War no matter what Steam server I go onto. Here it does a nice charge against these line infantry and captures them without square, so that will do a lot of damage. So very nicely done by Friedrich's bodyguard there, actually. Not Friedrich, Feudal, sorry, I couldn't get them muddled for some reason. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I don't know why this United States didn't just charge these guys with his guards. He would have had those guys so easily thrashed. Don't really know why he didn't do that. But I'm right here now, I'm on my way, so although my guys are pretty exhausted. There are a few artillery pieces still firing actually, but Feudal's got that handled. At the end of his Hungarian Grenadiers, so we might get to see some grenade work in a moment. I'll try and catch that. So here, these long riflemen, that should be easy pickings for his general. I actually think I think my general routed, which is never a good thing, but it didn't seem to perturb my men as much as usual. Just keeping an eye on that grenadier, because grenades are always a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm not really sure why the United States player stayed around with his guards and shot. I mean, I would have just charged in at that range. They would have done a lot more damage, because they would have creamed those Austrian line infantry, being guards. So anyway, we might get some grenade work here. Let's just see. Blow up these artillery. There we go, grenades. Grenades! Granata! It's a German. Look at that, blowing to shreds. So that was pretty cool. I might get some more actually. Maybe we should watch to see if he does any more. Here we go! Oh no, he's loading his rifles. So as you can see, I bring my guys in here and we kind of crossfire them together, Feudal and I, and we're able to just take out what's left of them. So it was a really great game. Unfortunately, the British player had to be kind of a bit of an idiot really, and treat everyone like crap and didn't leave, which was unfortunate. But yeah, all the other players were great to play with. I really enjoyed this one. And it was very rewarding, and big thanks to Friedrich for saving my ass there when dealing with Ghost, because I'm pretty sure he would have had me there, because I was using similar tactics to a prior game where I wanted to try and just rush my guys up and then they'd move their cav, because like Dragoons, they all kind of line themselves up with their neat little line before they shoot, and I was thinking if I can just get a nice charge and quickly knock one side out, I can shoot with the others and then wrap them around. Of course it's much harder to do against Sweden, because Sweden has so many, like at least anywhere between 10 to 15 more men in every one of its cavalry units, depending on the unit scale of course. And he had a lot of upgrades as well, so even though I had more cav, if I brought my other Hussar in I probably could have done it, but I wanted to use that to disrupt the enemy line, which worked out very well in the end. So it was quite good. So I might just triple speed here. It must nearly be done. I don't think there's much else left. But it was an extremely good game. I love playing Empire Total War, even though I can almost never connect to anything on it. But I do have connection with Feudal Lords games. Same with Napoleon. Here we go. Here's he got shot point blank. He tried to use his general to get rid of this artillery, but it seems he got a point blank shot off. So there you go. As you can see, it worked out. Whoa, that's weird. Why has it got my picture over Austria and Prussia? So 1,618 for the Feudal Lord. I don't know why it's done that. That's funny. So that's the top one's Feudal Lord. I'm actually at the bottom here, where it says where it says Prussia, because that's who I was playing. I got 1,084. As you can see, these guys are good work by Bigfish, was his name, and GhostofPestilence, who both got over 1,000 there. As you can see, the other chap, Nightwing, he was a bit of an idiot really, and treated people like crap for no reason, and then left. So he was kind of stupid about it, unfortunately. I didn't get very many. So what got my best? A superior line, 137. My line, superior line. The Jaeger's got 86. The second Hussar got 80. It's pretty good because I don't always do that good with Cav in this game. Ulan's 44. That's not too shabby. But the rest of my Cav. My Death Head Hussar did okay there, I guess, 36 for 36, considering it's a much smaller unit than, they had 30 more men for their unit. And my Light Dragoons, considering they're up against much like cavalry that had more men in the unit, they didn't actually do that bad. I think had that been a more like normal, any other faction, it probably would have come off pretty even, but because Sweden's got those extra cav units, it didn't quite go that way. Friedrich only got 732, but let's not forget a massively important help for me there, so we did win that one, although it was kind of unfair because this guy was CPU. So, but these two did an awesome job, as you can no doubt tell. So, a great game to Friedrich, Feudal, Bigfish, and Ghost Pestilence. Thanks for playing, guys, and thanks for inviting me, Feudal. It was awesome. We must do this again, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon next time.